The woman was shocked to find at work that the male model she hired at the nightclub last night was actually the company's new CEO. Feeling extremely awkward, she quickly covered her face with her work badge. Unexpectedly, in her panic, she was pushed out by a nearby colleague. At that moment, the CEO caught her. The woman could only awkwardly greet him. The CEO intentionally asked her if she was satisfied with last night's service. To her surprise, this ambiguous scene instantly sparked jealousy in her ex-husband. He immediately stepped forward and pulled the woman away, hurriedly apologizing to the CEO for what had just happened. However, back at her desk, the woman was still anxious. She kept recalling the CEO's overbearing presence. She felt that her job was probably in jeopardy. Sure enough, while she was still at a loss, she received a voice message from the CEO, asking her to report to his office immediately. The woman thought for sure the CEO was going to fire her, so she quickly apologized to him. To her surprise, the CEO directly said he wanted to marry her. The CEO, worth billions, had actually fallen for this Cinderella from the countryside. Little did she know, the CEO had secretly been in love with her since middle school. But back then, all she could see was that jerk of a man. The CEO had no choice but to bury his feelings deep in his heart. Years later, the woman married that jerk, but after years of marriage, the jerk was either on business trips abroad or busy with various social engagements. Finally, after repeated disappointment, the woman gathered the courage to ask for a divorce. But even after receiving the divorce papers, the jerk still thought she was playing hard to get. What he didn't realize was, his reaction just gave the CEO a chance to pursue her. Upon learning of her divorce, the CEO immediately gave up a billion-dollar contract and rushed back to the country overnight. This time, he was determined to win her heart. Meanwhile, to celebrate her return to single life, the woman went to a nightclub and hired the most expensive male model, but she accidentally bumped into the CEO, who was there for a party. However, she didn't recognize him. She thought the CEO was the male model she had hired. At that moment, the company executives were urging the CEO to return to the private room. So, he left a piece of chocolate behind and hurriedly left. Later, the woman, after enjoying her night, returned to her dorm room. However, when she closed the door, she didn't notice the number plate on the door. The old number plate had broken off at the corner. Unexpectedly, this caused the CEO, who was staying in the dorm for the first time, to enter the wrong room. As soon as he walked in, the two collided. The woman immediately recognized that the CEO was the male model from the bar.